आप भाई ने जोए थे आप
500 ग्राम mix. You got sample?
टेस्ट कराओ
It's a speciality.
And the first dish I'm going to show you is a very traditional South Gujarati dish called vegetable pilau. And it's very simple to make, very nutritious. And what we've got in it, some lovely spices are going in. So we've got some cumin, cloves and some cinnamon. Now not only do these make the rice dish taste delicious, but also all the Indian spices actually have a lot of health benefits as well. And I've found since I've been staying in India, my digestion has been a lot better than what it was in the UK. And then we're going to have some sesame seeds in it, and then some lovely vegetables. You can, of course, vary these according to what's available. And here we've got some yams, they're going in, and some potato, and cauliflower, and peas. Now we're in India at the moment, so these are actually fresh peas. So if you're using frozen peas, you probably want to add them a bit later on in the cooking. And we've also got some carrots. As you can see here in India, we have the lovely red carrots, okay? So first of all, what we're going to do is cook the spices in a little bit of ghee. And ghee is clarified butter, okay? So you won't be able to use butter because butter would burn. So if you can't get ghee, you could use oil, or you can make your own ghee. By all you do is heat some butter up, okay, until it's melted. Then you skim off the sort of surface sediment. Then you decant the ghee from the sort of liquid that's at the bottom. So right, we'll just heat the ghee up. Okay, over a medium heat. Just get a lovely temperature there. Okay. Now all the recipes we're going to show you tonight are vegetarian, because actually most Indian cooking is traditionally vegetarian, and it's quite different from the type of Indian food you probably have at home, like chips and curry sauce or extra hot vindaloo after a night out sort of thing. So, and Indian food is very nutritious. Not only the herbs and spices very good for your health, but it is a very balanced diet, because people here have been vegetarian, you know, for thousands of years. Not only for the health benefits, but also a lot of spiritual reasons, really. And in India, food is treated with reverence as something spiritual. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. So just heating the ghee up, and we'll put in a teaspoonful of cumin seeds. Okay, so they're going in. And we've got 6 cloves and some cinnamon stick, that's about 2 inches of cinnamon sticks, that goes in. We just heat that through, okay, let that cook a little bit. And the secret of Indian cooking is getting the spices just right. So we just let the spices just cook for about a minute, okay, so they're just sizzling away. We're just getting a lovely roasted flavour coming out of them. And then we just add some sesame seeds, okay, so we've got 2 tablespoons for the sesame seeds. So they're going in, just let them cook just a little while. We'll just stir it for a moment or two, and that's really nice. They should just start popping in a minute. And then we start adding our vegetables. So we're just going to add the yam, okay, so that's going in. And we just stir fry that for a moment or two, just sealing all the flavours, okay. And we're going to get a lovely sizzling sound, so that's really good. Just mix that together, so that's amazing. And then we're going to add the potato. So we've got 1 small potato, that's going in there. That's really great. And we just need to keep stirring it all the time so it doesn't stick. Okay, that's really good. Wow, it smells amazing already. Okay, and then cauliflower. So we've just got about an ounce of cauliflower going in there. And just keep stirring it. So it's just like a stir fry really at this stage. Okay, so that's really good. And then some peas. And as I say, these are fresh peas. If you're adding frozen peas, then I'll probably cook them separately actually and add them at the end. Fresh peas, that's very nice. So already it's getting a lovely colour. Okay. So as I say, you can be creative. You could use different vegetables, whatever you've got. And actually it's a good chance to use up vegetables you might have left over at the bottom of the fridge. You know, you can just chop them up and put them in this, okay? And we've got a carrot. So 1 carrot, 1 medium carrot. That's going in. And just stir that for a few moments. And as I say, in India there's a spiritual aspect to cooking as well. It's not just a job that you do and get done and then finished. It actually, you know, something that's quite important really. And I found that actually while I've been cooking over the years, that how I feel when I'm cooking is really important. So I'm feeling happy and the food tastes really good. Okay, and then, sorry, and then ghee. Alright, okay. More ghee. Yeah. Okay, we'll add some more ghee. We're going to add a bit more ghee there, so it's a bit dry. And as you can see, the colours are absolutely fantastic. And that's one of the main things in food, is how it looks really. Okay, so it's looking really, really good. Okay, and in a second, we're going to add the rice. So we've got 2 cups of rice and 4 cups of water. So it's about 8 ounces of rice and about a pint and a quarter of water. Let's keep stirring that for a moment. Get all those flavours nicely sealed in, and then we add the rice. Okay, the rice and the water, that's already mixed. We'll just scrape that in, and you don't stir it. You just put it in the pan, and then cover it and let it simmer until all the rice is nicely cooked. Okay, so just get a nice tight fitting lid. And after we've added the rice and water, then it's very simply just 1 teaspoonful of salt. So we just sprinkle that in. and the juice of 1 lemon, but it depends on the size of it. This is quite a small lemon, so it's a big lemon, and it needs half. So just squeeze in lovely juice, okay? It's really nice. And what the lemon juice does, it not only gives it a lovely flavour, but it actually helps stop the rice sticking together and actually keeps it a nice white colour. Okay, so just put that in. Lovely, and just squeeze all the juice through. And then what we do is we just simply cover it, okay, bring it to the boil, cover it, and then we just let it simmer for about 10 or 15 minutes until all the water's absorbed. We have a lovely, beautiful South Gujarati pilau, vegetable pilau. Okay, so as you can see, it's just taken about 10 or 15 minutes for the rice to cook. If you look at that, all the water's been absorbed, okay? All the vegetables are cooked, and it looks fantastic. Just to make it look even better, we're just going to sprinkle on some lovely cashews. And there we have it, a very traditional South Gujarati pilau rice.
Cut mark.
This is Usha, and she's going to show you how to make a very lovely curry sauce, okay? And this curry sauce is a traditional accompaniment to the rice, okay? And it's nothing to do with like the curry sauce you get at home or curry powder. And this is something quite doing it, because when I did it, apparently it wasn't quite right. So we've got 2 cups of water going in. And then we add 1 cup of yogurt, okay? That's nice. And then there's 2 ounces of gram flour. And the gram flour is chickpea flour actually. You get it from any Indian shop, and it just helps thicken it. If you don't have gram flour, you can use corn flour. I'll probably use about 2 ounces of corn flour, just a bit stronger. And then what we're going to do is just whisk that together, okay? And this is an Indian whisk, so at home you could just use an ordinary whisk. Or if you want to cheat and make it easy, just use a liquidizer on a stick. And this dish is very nutritious actually, it really helps your digestion, and I think that'll feel really brilliant afterwards. And it's all to do with the spices we're going to use and the yogurt. So Sharon's just going to heat up the ghee, and we're going to start cooking the spices. And as always, she makes it look really easy, okay? So we're going to put in 1 tablespoonful of ghee. As I said before, you can use oil if you haven't got ghee. Just let it heat up a little bit, then a teaspoonful of cumin seeds, they're going in. And then we've got a small piece of cinnamon stick and 8 cloves. And we've got about 6 or 8 curry leaves. Okay, and curry leaves again are available in Indian food stores. But if you can't get them, you could just use 1 or 2 bay leaves and do the same sort of job. So just let them cook for a moment. So as you can hear, they're just sizzling and popping. There's a lovely smell coming on here. Okay, and you just fry them just for a few moments. Just let them cook, not overcook. And then add the yogurt, water, and gram flour mixture. Okay. And it's really important not to overcook the spices, otherwise it can really ruin the flavour. If you do overcook the spices, then start again. There's no point in ruining the whole dish. Okay, 1 teaspoonful of salt. Well, 2 actually. And then we've got the spices, okay? So the spices are, we've got a chilli, about 1 inch of ginger, and about, well, we've got about 10 small cloves of garlic, so it's 2 or 3 normal sized cloves of garlic, and that was being ground up actually into a lovely paste, which you can see there. Okay. And then we're just going to add some sugar. I'll wait to see how much goes in. I say 2 teaspoonfuls of sugar, generous teaspoons. So in Gujarati cooking, there's a little bit of habit of adding sugar